After weeks of speculation and endless anticipation, the moment fans have been waiting for has finally arrived. At this year's Starlight Awards, Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu were seen interacting again, a scene that instantly reignited discussions across social media. For many international fans, this brief exchange carried far more weight than a simple conversation. It symbolized a long-awaited emotional connection, quietly preserved amid public scrutiny. What made the moment truly unforgettable was not the dialogue itself, but Wang Anyu's gaze, gentle, steady, and unmistakably warm, as it followed Zhao Lusi. In an event filled with flashing cameras and scripted appearances, this unscripted interaction stood out for its sincerity. Tonight, we take a closer look at how this subtle moment unfolded, and why it resonated so deeply with audiences around the world. Following the emotional opening, the atmosphere at the beginning of the event told a very different story. During the early moments of the Starlight Awards, Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu appeared noticeably reserved. Seated in close proximity, the two avoided direct eye contact with minimal visible interaction. To outside observers, the distance felt deliberate, a contrast that immediately drew attention. Zhao Lusi, in particular, maintained a calm and subdued presence throughout the first part of the ceremony. Compared to previous appearances, she spoke less and kept her focus forward, rarely turning to those around her. Wang Anyu mirrored this restraint, remaining composed and professional without initiating conversation. This quiet tension quickly became a topic of discussion among fans, many of whom assumed that the evening would pass without any meaningful exchange between the two. At that point, expectations were low, making what followed all the more impactful. Just as expectations had settled into silence, the atmosphere shifted. In a brief, yet defining moment, Wang Anyu was seen calling Zhao Lusi by name, a gesture that immediately broke the earlier distance. The call itself was subtle and unplanned, partially lost amid the surrounding noise, and at first, Zhao Lusi did not hear him. Yet it was precisely this imperfection that made the moment feel genuine. Rather than a staged interaction, it appeared spontaneous and sincere. Wang Anyu's attempt to get her attention suggested familiarity and quiet concern, drawing instant reactions from fans both on-site and online. Within minutes, short clips of the exchange began circulating across social platforms, quickly becoming a focal point of discussion. What stood out was not the length of the interaction, but its timing. After a prolonged period of restraint, this simple call carried emotional weight, signaling a shift that would shape the rest of the evening. After the brief exchange, attention naturally shifted to what followed. Multiple fan-recorded clips captured Wang Anyu quietly watching Zhao Lusi from a distance. His gaze was steady and unguarded, not fleeting, not performative, but filled with warmth. In an environment where celebrities are constantly aware of cameras, such moments rarely go unnoticed. What made these scenes compelling was their consistency. Time and again, Wang Anyu's attention returned to Zhao Lusi, even when no direct interaction was taking place. There was no obvious attempt to draw attention, only a calm presence that suggested familiarity and care. For many viewers, this was the most telling part of the night. Words can be rehearsed, gestures can be staged, but sustained eye contact often reveals genuine emotion. Against the backdrop of a highly controlled public event, this quiet observation stood out, reinforcing why the moment resonated so strongly with fans worldwide. As the event progressed, the earlier tension gradually eased. Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu were later seen engaging in light conversation, their expressions noticeably softer than before. Brief smiles were exchanged, subtle yet unmistakable, signaling a shift from restraint to comfort. Unlike highly choreographed interactions often seen at award ceremonies, this moment unfolded quietly. There were no exaggerated gestures or prolonged dialogue, only short exchanges that felt relaxed and unforced. For viewers who had been closely following the evening, this change in atmosphere was immediately apparent. What made the interaction meaningful was its simplicity. After a prolonged period of emotional distance, even a shared smile carried significance. The moment suggested that once the initial barrier had been crossed, communication flowed naturally. For many fans, this understated exchange became one of the most emotionally satisfying highlights of the night. To fully understand why this moment resonated so strongly, it helps to look back at the Starlight Awards in 2023. At that time, Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu interacted with visible ease. Small gestures, such as Zhao Lusi casually asking Wang Anyu to hold her phone and wallet, reflected a natural familiarity that fans warmly remembered. Fast forward to 2025, and the contrast is clear. Their interactions became fewer and more restrained, shaped by time, experience, and increased public attention. Yet rather than diminishing their connection, this distance appeared to make each moment more meaningful. By comparing these two appearances, a subtle evolution emerges. What was once openly casual has grown quieter and more measured. Still, the underlying sense of mutual awareness remains, suggesting continuity beneath the change. The emotional impact of this moment lies in its restraint. Fans were not moved by grand gestures or dramatic displays, but by something far quieter. After a long period of distance and uncertainty, seeing Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu reconnect, even briefly, felt deeply reassuring. For many viewers, Zhao Lusi's subdued demeanor throughout the evening made the interaction even more meaningful. In contrast, Wang Anyu's consistent attention and gentle expressions suggested care without intrusion. This balance resonated strongly with audiences who value authenticity over spectacle. Ultimately, the moment reflected a shared understanding rather than a performance. It reminded fans that not all connections need to be visible or explained to be real. Sometimes, it is the simplest exchanges that leave the strongest impression. As the night drew to a close, it became clear that this was not about a single interaction, but about the feeling it left behind. Zhao Lusi and Wang Anyu did not need to say much for their presence to be felt. In an industry often defined by noise and spectacle, their quiet moment stood out for its sincerity. For fans around the world, this brief exchange served as a reminder that genuine connections often reveal themselves in subtle ways. Long after the lights dimmed and the event ended, it was this understated warmth that lingered, leaving an impression that words alone could not fully capture.